Yes, children. Let's do preparation of alcohols. Alcohols can be prepared from alkyl halides, aldehydes, ketones, esters, and I have given everything, right? From alkyl halides, by nucleophilic substitution, aqueous KOH is added, you get the corresponding primary alcohol. If you use secondary halide here, then you will get a secondary alcohol. And if you reduce aldehyde, then you will get a primary alcohol. If you reduce a ketone, you will get a secondary alcohol. And if you hydrolyze an ester, you will get ester is made up of acid and alcohol. So when you hydrolyze it, you will get alcohol and the other byproduct will be acid. Then primary amine can give you alcohol on treatment with nitrous acid. Then from alkenes, if you subject it to hydroboration oxidation, you can get a primary alcohol because it follows anti-Markovnikov's addition. And if you are subjecting it to Markovnikov's addition, then you will get a secondary alcohol. Then again ester, if it is reduced, then again you can get alcohol. This RCO part will also become alcohol and this OR part will also become alcohol. So you will get two molecules of alcohol. It depends upon what is the R group here. Supposing if this was say C2H5 and this was CH3, then you will get one molecule of methanol and one molecule of propanoic acid, C2H5 CH2OH. Okay, it is reduction. So here, next you can prepare it from formaldehyde or any other aldehyde or ketone by treatment with Grignard reagent followed by hydrolysis. And again, if you use formaldehyde, you will get a primary alcohol. Any other aldehyde will give you secondary alcohol and a ketone will give you a tertiary alcohol. Then same way, acid, if it is subjected to reduction can take place either in the presence of lithium aluminum hydride or diborane. Then also you will get primary alcohol. You will get only primary alcohol from carboxylic acid, no secondary alcohol or tertiary alcohol possible. Right? Now here I have given you all the individual reactions. See, with the aqueous KOH you will get primary alcohol. Aldehyde on reduction in the presence of hydrogen and nickel or platinum as catalyst, you will get a primary alcohol. Whereas ketone will give you a secondary alcohol. And then ester on hydrolysis will give you acid and alcohol. Then amine will give you primary alcohol. Then alkene on hydroboration oxidation, it will follow anti-Markovnikov's addition, you will get a primary alcohol. And if it is simple hydration, then you will get a secondary alcohol because this will follow Markovnikov's addition. That is, OH minus will go to this carbon and hydrogen will go to this carbon. Then ester on reduction in the presence of lithium aluminum hydride or diborane. Ester, lithium aluminum hydride. Don't use diborane here. Diborane will not work with esters. You will get primary alcohol. Again, it depends on R group here. Then formaldehyde, any other aldehyde and ketone will give you primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol respectively. And acid, when you treat it with lithium aluminum hydride or diborane, can give you primary alcohol. So this is about your preparation of alcohols. So I have given you this hydroboration oxidation, how it is taking place. See, diborane is what? B2H6. Now B2H6 is written as BH3 twice, right? So this BH3 is splitting in the form of H plus and BH2 minus. So according to anti-Markovnikov's addition, the negative part will go to that carbon having more hydrogen. Okay, so BH2 minus will go to this carbon, H plus will go to this carbon. That's why you will get this. And as long as hydrogen is attached to boron, this addition will take place. So this will be treated with another molecule of alkene and you will get the corresponding product. Then again one more hydrogen is there with boron, so it will add up another molecule of alkene and that will give you, boron being trivalent, you will get alkyl group on all the three sides, which on oxidation with hydrogen peroxide in the alkaline medium will give you primary alcohol and the byproduct is boric acid. So this reaction is called as hydroboration oxidation. Please remember that you will get a primary alcohol in this case. Right? Okay, so I have given you a few conversions here. If you treat it with alcoholic KOH, Rx will give you alkene. Alkene on treatment with hydroboration oxidation, you will get a primary alcohol, right? So like this, I have given you some conversions. Now let us first see what are the different types of alcohols. You have monohydric, dihydric and trihydric alcohol, and then you have allylic alcohols, and you have benzylic alcohols, then vinylic alcohol, then aryl alcohol. See, all these things we have already studied under haloalkanes also. Allylic, what does it mean? I have already told you. Allylic carbon is an sp3 carbon which is attached to an sp2 carbon, right? sp3 carbon attached to an sp2 carbon. Look here also, sp3 carbon attached to sp2. Again here also it is sp3 attached to sp2. Okay. What is benzylic? Benzylic is carbon attached to the benzene ring is called as benzylic. So this is primary, secondary and tertiary benzylic. Then vinylic is OH group attached to sp2 carbon directly. So that is vinylic. And again, in the case of phenol also, OH is attached to an sp2 carbon, but this sp2 carbon is a part of benzene ring. It's not so in the case of vinylic. So these are the types of alcohols. And if you come to dihydroxy compounds and methyl substituted phenols, then methyl substituted phenols are called as cresols. Okay. So you have orthocresol, metacresol and paracresol. These are called as methyl phenols. Same way, these are dihydroxy compounds. You have 1,2-dihydroxybenzene, 1,3 and 1,4 dihydroxybenzene. These are the names: catechol, resorcinol, quinol. Okay. And this is, very well, it is cyclohexanol, and this is 2-methyl cyclopentanol. This is number 1, this is numbered 2. Okay, this has to be given preference, so it is 2-methyl cyclopentanol. Right. Now we have mechanism of hydration. A few mechanisms are there in this particular topic. It's very, very extremely important rather. So let us see preparation of alkenes by hydration of alkenes. This is a very important question. Now, first of all, see this alkenes, when it is undergoing hydration, it is taking place in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. So here, first of all, water is getting protonated in the presence of acid. So you get hydronium ion, and that hydronium ion is going to attack the alkene. So in the first step, what is happening? See all these arrow marks are very important. You are having hydronium ion. So this OH bond is shifting towards the O positive. So this hydrogen is left as H plus, which will get attached to C minus because this pi bond is shifting here. So this C will become C minus. So this hydrogen will get attached here and you get a carbocation. Right? You get a carbocation. Then in the next step, what happens? Water. See, after this hydronium ion loses its H plus, this has become water, is it not? So that water is attacking the carbocation. It is reacting with the carbocation and you are getting the corresponding product. So the lone pair of electron is attacking the C plus and it is getting attached with that C. Then the third step is deprotonation, where one of the OH bonds shift towards oxygen and this gets removed as H plus, which will go with water as H3O plus again. So this H3O plus is regenerated again and again, which is used up in the process. So the first step is protonation, then attack of water as a nucleophile, and then the third step is deprotonation, right? So these are the steps in the case of hydration of alkenes. Now here I have given different examples. This is with propene. I have given you here with ethene. This is with ethene, and here I have given you with propene and shown how you are getting a secondary alcohol as a product. And if you are using a substituted alkene of this kind, then how the process is going on. What you have to remember, If at all a carbocation, a secondary carbocation is formed and there is a chance of tertiary carbocation being formed, then rearrangement will take place and then a tertiary carbocation is formed, which will be undergoing the attack of water as a nucleophile. Okay, so this is again a very important topic. Please try to understand, and if in case any problem is there, you may always ask me again. I'll tell you again. Right, then another important mechanism is with formaldehyde and Grignard reagent. Okay, now Grignard reagent, this RMgX, how does it split? Please remember, all of you, it splits in the form of R minus and Mgx positive. Okay, so look here, CH minus, that is R minus Mgx positive. This minus charge will hit the carbonyl carbon and this will shift as charge on oxygen. This O minus will pick up this MgBr, so that's what I have shown here, and this CH, this whole R group will get attached to this carbon. That's what I have shown. Okay, and correspondingly you will get primary alcohol here because you have used formaldehyde. If you use formaldehyde, you will get a primary alcohol. Whatever be the RMgX that you are using, you will always get a primary alcohol, right? And if you use any other aldehyde, then you will get a secondary alcohol, and if you use a ketone, you will get a tertiary alcohol.